Hello everyone, this video is totally regarding the ECE registrations in Ontario. If you're done ECE in Ontario, definitely you know that you have to get registered in Ontario as an ECE to become RECE or DECE. The site has been mentioned over here. That's the site I believe you all are using to get registered in Ontario. The second case is if you have done your ECE from other province except Ontario, or you have done your ECE from your home country. That means outside Canada. So I would be taking that case, where to go, how to apply. As per the outcomes, definitely they are different in both the cases. You could end up with 3 different outcomes. It could be that your file has been fully accepted from their side, and you've got the ECE of Ontario as well. The second could be they might completely decline the file and feel like your education and your experience does not match the criteria for being an ECE in Ontario. And the third could be that your file could be approved with some conditions. Now conditions could be you might have to do some courses or maybe practicum. That depends from file to file. So we would be talking about where to go, how to apply, but again the outcomes are very different for everybody. So that is something we cannot guess before filing the file. Let's start. I would be sharing up by looking at my screen and give up all the information. The very first thing would be we would be entering the site. That is this one. I'm going to put it out here as well. That is your collegeece.ca. A site would appear in front of you guys. Again, the screenshot is up on the screen. You would go to the very right hand side which says applicants, and under the applicants you would have different options, and you would see one of the options as individual assessment of educational qualification. If you scroll down the page, you would see 2 different links. One would say application guide individual assessment. That will actually provide you all the information as to how to fill the forms, the phase 1, phase 2 and everything, information regarding the fees structure and how to send the forms. All that information would be under that link. So I'm just going to repeat that again. It would be under the forms. The very first link would be application guide of individual assessment, and the second is application form of the individual assessment. Please read the guide before filling up the forms. Then definitely they have explained the phase 2 that goes into the process, and finally the result would be there. Again, it is not a short process that we're going to fill the form and get the results very soon. It does take time. If you open the form, you might see various sections. I'm just going to overview the various sections on the form. The very first one says that you completely understand that all the information that has to be provided should be true. So that is the first part of the form. You have to provide the previous applications, like were you ever registered with the ECEs before, was your application revoked before, and all that information has to be filled in the section 2 of the form. Let's go to the section 3. Section 3 does explain about the various packages when it comes to the money part of the form. So it states clearly that how much do you have to pay. If you're a former member, you have to pay $270, and if you are a new applicant, you have to pay $260 in this case. Let's move forward. It says about the application and the registration fees again. Please go through that part as well and fill out the information that suits your criteria. I'm going to go to the next section, that is your personal information. Again, they are going to ask about your basic information and your which would include your phone number, your address, your name, and all that stuff. We are going to move forward. The next would be your, again, you have to fill a lot when it comes to the personal information. There would be a situation, like there would be a question, I would say, which where they ask you to indicate, are you a recipient of the ECE grant program? I was one of the recipient of the ECE grant program. So when I did my ECE, if you guys have watched my previous videos, I did it for free, thanks to my supervisor for providing me that information at that time. Again, there is and are some criterias to get the grant for the ECE. You can watch my other video on the same channel to get that information. information. So if you're a recipient, you have to mention there that you are a recipient of ECE grant. As per my belief, even when you register for the ECE and the payment that you have to make, you can again go back to the ECE grants and ask for the first time, like the very first time, not the following years, but the very first time, to give that money back. Like when you're registering, obviously you're paying a fee. It was one of the thing at that time when I registered for the first time, but I don't know that rules still exist or not, that you can get your first fee refunded for the registration as well. Or the second is if you're a graduate of the child development practitioner or the practitioner program, and if you're none of these, so you have to select neither of the above option. Let's go to the sixth one. Here is that's the section where you have to actually specify that you did your ECE outside in Ontario, outside Ontario, or you did it from the home country. There are some terms, if you might see it on the option or might see it on the screen, I mean the site, the term could be internal trade, that has been used for the ones who are doing ECE outside Ontario. So they are going to, when they are going to fill these forms and apply, like submit their application, the process would be really very fast, because they knew that you have been registered already in some other province. Yes, the documents would be required when it comes to your fluency in English, when it comes to are you registered there, what is your professional standing there, you have to submit those documents, but the process would actually be faster than what is expected. So one of the term has been used as internal trade. Please go through that information once you're applying for the registration. The important information that has to be considered in this portion would be in the section number 6 of the form would be that if you have done your ECE outside Canada, I am not talking about bachelor's of education, I'm talking about ECE right now. So if you've done your ECE outside Canada, you have to order your BES for your educational credentials. That being said, you cannot submit this form until and unless you have applied your VES already, because you need to mention on this form that when did you order your VES. So you cannot go forward with this form or submit this form until your VES has been ordered. So that should be your first step. Just order it and do not wait for the VES to be sent to the ECE regulatory branch, but order it before sending this form, because that is the mandatory step that you have to do. You have to mention the VES number as well, and then your name for the application where you mention the VES. So everything has to be there. Then as per the section number 7, which says language proficiency or language fluency, you have to mention that is your diploma or your degree, was it in English, was it in French? If that is not the case, then you would have many of the options, like our language test which we give, one of them being IELTS academic or IELTS general, and then CELPIP is there, PTE is there. Definitely a lot of other options are there as well, which you can consider as per your choice and your case. If the first two options are not the ones that suit your criteria, you have to give these language tests and go forward with the form. We are going to come for the section number 8, which asks for your professional registration. Again, that is going to be different for everybody. Are you registered with any of the other regulatory or licensing organization? Now this could be important. Let's say you are getting your teacher's license as well, and definitely you would be knowing the name of that regulatory branch. So you should mention their name and what is that license number over here, or the application number. That being said, they are just not asking about the educational licensing things. They are even asking about any other license that you have or applied for. You have to mention that as well. Anything other than education as well. Moving on with the form, the section number 9 would say things regarding the criminal record check. So please go through that portion as well and mark as per. what suits you. There are lots of questions when it comes to section number 9, and in the section number 10 definitely you have to do the acknowledgement in the form that you understand all the things that are needed from their side to be an ECE. This is, you are given an additional information sheet as well on the similar form. So if you feel like you need to provide some information to the ECE regulatory body that seems important on your part, so feel free to provide that information as well. Coming back to the application guide, again, the requirement number 1 is as per the form we just discussed. It has been explained in detail, like every point has been explained in detail in the application guide. Please go through that. Requirement 2 would be gathering all those supporting documents. There are some documents which you have to gather before applying for the form, like submitting the form, and then there are some documents which definitely the ECE regulatory branch can receive afterwards as well. One of them being WES, though you have to apply it before, but they're going to receive it afterwards, and then some other documents as well. But please be clear that which documents are required before and which documents can be sent later as well, or could be received by the third party later as well, because ECE has been very strict with this rule that if they're not going to receive the full application, like full completed application along with the payment, the application no longer seems to be complete on their part, and it won't move forward. The next requirement would be definitely the registration fee, or paying for the application, and then you are submitting the whole package. When we say package, like your form, your documents, and the money. There is guide as well which explains that what happened after you submit your application package and what to do if you have more questions. So they do have those contacts and the emails written over there to contact them and get more information on the doubts that you have. One of the questions that would be very common for this video would be, and has been asked through the Instagram channel, is that can we directly get the ECE license with bachelor's of education from home country? You can fill the same form, similar form, provide them all the information as per what your education is. That being said, we do not know what the outcome could be. So as we talked earlier, outcomes could be yes, your file has been approved, your file is approved with conditions, or it's completely declined. Again, please be very careful with the money part, because there could be a part of money that is non-refundable. So be sure when you're applying for this application. Yeah. On the same page, when you're going to the next page, you might see a tab. I'm going to put it out here in the blue tab, the green tab I would say, at the bottom, and you would see another page that does explain that how to complete this form electronically or how to complete this form in written as well. So please go through that portion. Again, when you're moving to the next page, it does explain each and every step of the form, the way you have to fill it up, the documents needed, the documents that are needed before and after the application, and the mode of payment. Again, they are very strict when it comes to submitting the complete package. Please be very careful before submitting. You can keep on going to the next section and gather all the information that is required for your file. Again, I would say the most important step of the form would be your section number 6 about the educational requirement. If you are going through the application guide, you might see the C part of it, which states that your ECE has been done in one of the other provinces other than Ontario. It does put you under the Canadian Free Trade Agreement term, or they also use the term Ontario Labour Mobility Act in this case. If you're going to state that you have done it from the other province, you're going to provide all that information. You're going to, in the next section, you're going to put your license number. Again, an extra document of professional standing would be required in this case, which you would get from your province, and they're going to send it to the ECE. But please, please, please do mention about this step very carefully, as they're just going to evaluate your license from the other province to Ontario, and if they feel like that it is at par, they're just going to give you the complete ECE license in Ontario as well. Again, if you have Alberta 1, Alberta ECE level 1, as per my understanding and knowledge, it is not compared to the full ECE of Ontario. Alberta ECE level 3 is fully comparable to Ontario's complete ECE. So be careful about that information. Again, there are 2 other provinces which do have level 1, level 2 and level 3. One of them does have level 2 and 3 comparable to Ontario's complete ECE, and one of them has complete, like the level 3 as compared to Ontario's full ECE. So that is where the difference would be. So these, the section number 6 of the form would be would be a tricky part. I mean, not a tricky part though. You just have to provide the information, but be very careful when you are providing the information in the section C of the form. Let's discuss something about the documents as well. One of the page does mention about the documents that are required for the college to at least open your file. It would be your complete form that we just discussed, from your section number 1 till section number 9 or 10, I believe. Let me check that. It is section number 10. Okay, yes, that goes till section number 10. Completed form, signed form, and the money that is related, that the money that you have to pay for that form. That complete information should be provided for the ECE regulatory branch to at least open your form. Then there are some documents that are required directly through you, and then there are some documents that are required by third parties. Let's talk about the documents that are required directly by the applicants. One of them being the section number 5, personal information. They would have mentioned there what documents are required, and if your name has been changed, you have to provide that proof as well. There are other documents that you have to provide, the other one being the payment that you have to provide. So these are some of the documents that you have to provide. Again, all this information would be given in the application guide and in the form also when you are filling up the form. And if you decided to, and if there is something that you said yes in section number 9, then those proofs have to be provided as well. Again, if you said, if you provided any information in the additional sheet at the end of the form and you feel like that you have to provide that proof too, so feel free to provide those proofs as well. Again, then there would be some of the documents that are required from third parties, one of them being your educational requirements, and it could be your professional standing. Please go through those that information as well, or those documents that are required in that case, so that your file doesn't get delayed. Then your another requirement would be paying the application and the registration fee. They have mentioned that how you can pay it, maybe through the Visa debit, or the MasterCard, and the other way could be the check, money orders, or the bank drafts through which you can pay the money. And the last would be submitting the application package. So you can send the complete general form along with the documents that you need to provide and the payment. Definitely you can send it through the email. So they have provided the email as well, which I have mentioned in the screenshot over here. So it is the email, as well as you can send it through mail as well. So they have provided that information too, how you can contact them, and how you can send the full package through the mail. As per the timing of the whole process, it does vary. Of course, it would vary from province to province. It would vary from if you have done your ECE outside Canada. Again, it would vary from the decisions they have to make as per your filing, and the documents they would receive from the third parties. All this, providing of the documents and everything does vary for everyone. There is a very, very beautiful explanation given at the end of the form, which does state everything that you have to do as per what I said, and how you can go forward with this application form. It's a very, very clear and complete information that has been given. Please, please, please do not shy away to contact them. They have provided their toll-free numbers as well, their emails as well. I'm going to put it out there again in this video, and just contact them for any of the doubts that you have. Again, if you have any general doubts which you feel like that I'll be able to answer on my part, I may or may not be able to answer, definitely I'll tell you guys the truth through the comment section. But if you feel like that I'm capable enough to answer that question, please put that question down in the comment section, and I'll try my level best to answer that. Have a great day, everybody. I hope this video added a little value or knowledge to your existing knowledge. Thank you. And if somebody has gone through this experience, please, please, please write your knowledge in the comment section so that everybody could benefit. If you've gone through this process, feel free. It would be great. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.